That I'm just dialed. I pay attention to my craft, and I'm executing at a high pace. And everything I did in the past, it led me here to this point. So I want to most definitely show that. Most definitely. A few teams talk to me about playing safety, either nickel, just with run fits and things like that. It's all been a blessing just to have, and a lot of teams asked me which one did I prefer, and honestly, I told them I want to play all of them. It always was beneficial for me. Coach Joseph, he taught me if I can know all of them, I had a better understanding of what everybody's job was supposed to be going on when I was at different positions, just knowing where everybody's responsibility. So it allowed me to play much faster, just knowing his point was point A to B, my point was C to D, and things like that. So I just kind of put it all together and just made it my little chess game. I'm most definitely confident in zone and man. I did it. I played man in the slot. I played man even in our zone coverage. Our coverage three, it was a match three. We matched a lot of red lights, so that's how I had a lot of PBUs on red lights and things like that. But I'm most definitely confident in my ability. I'm the most efficient and the most consistent DB and just playing all four roles. I played dime, corner, safety, and nickel. So just having that in my bag and knowing that I could be moved around in adjustment and just to benefit anybody else's team, I know that'll help. hmm hmm I mean that's perfect just for this class. This class, it has a heck of a ball players, heck of DVs, and they do a lot of great things, and I do a lot of great things myself. I just think for myself, I'm a more versatile than anybody in this draft class this year, and I know it'll help with a lot of defense. I like watching McDuffie, how he gets moved around just from corner to nickel and things like that, and just being able to do that. A team won't anticipate where I'm at, where I won't be throughout the next week and things like that, or the next drive. So just having that and having that installed, and for any team, I know it'd be beneficial.
Texas had you play more outside corner this season, right? Than in previous years. And
Yes, sir.
just how comfortable are you if a team needs you to play a little more outside than in the slot?
Again, me just knowing and understanding all the positions, it helps me. It benefits me. It helps me just to be able out there to communicate with other people, to understand the route concepts, to understand what's the stress when I'm in slot, what's the stress when I'm in corner. So when I just kind of put those two worlds together, I could all put it into my chess piece. But I'm most definitely comfortable playing outside, safety, or in the slot. I think Arch is sky's the limits for that, man. You know, he gets a lot of pressure on him just from his background and where he comes from, but he's the most humblest kid I've ever been around. I never even told this story. I think second week he was there. He as a freshman, he's like two lockers down from me. He asked to take my loop to the laundry thing. I told him, like, Arch, you're good. You don't have to do it. But he just wanted to do it. He wanted to show me that he wasn't better than anybody, that he was still part of his team, and that he was a freshman. And I told him he didn't have to do that, and I told him appreciate that. But sky's the limits for that kid. He listens. He pays attention to Coach Sark and his game plan, and Coach Millie. That's an amazing quarterback coach. And then he was behind a great quarterback, Quinn, just taking encouragement and taking acknowledgement and just understanding the game and understanding Coach Sark's scheme. Me and Ryan, we're different sizes, but when I played the boundary, most definitely I watched a lot of his tape, got his movement on how he taxied, moved around the ball and things like that. Ryan was very smart with his taxi, just showing different looks and playing something else. So that's what I took from Ryan and a lot of his game, and Ryan was a big physical corner. I'm not as big as Ryan, but I do take the aspect of being physical.
Jahdae, have you met Stormway with the Dallas Cowboys?
Yes. It was amazing, amazing experience growing up in Austin, obviously, so close to home. It'd be a crazy feeling to obviously put that star on, but it had a great interview. I do a lot of great things. I would say a weakness that I had, and I'll just go to my strengths after. A weakness that I had was blind spots, just allowing people in my blind spots and not understanding I have to get better width first. I have to get better width and better depth to allow people not to get in my blind spots. And Coach Joseph, he helped me with that later on in the season. And another thing he also added, if any in doubt, somebody did get in my blind spot, just speed turn it and just use my speed and get back in position. So that was something I took on. And then for a positive standpoint, that it really proves my game every single week, week in and week out. And something that Coach Joseph taught me again as well was red light, yellow light, and green light. Red light was a tempo thing. It was when a quarterback would get in this drop, and if he didn't move, if he stood right there where he caught the ball in shotgun, that was a red light. That was an indicator for run RPO. That was nice. Yellow light was 4 to 5 yards, 4 to 5 yard drop. Typically, you'll kind of get a deeper glance, 8-yard hitches and things like that. And that was yellow. And green light was quarterback drop was 6 to 7. That's when you get your shots. You'll get 15 yards and above. You'll get big posts, big comebacks and things like that, digs and things like that. So just me being able to see that, reading 2 through the queue was amazing for me. It allowed me to play fast and learn the route concepts, just understanding that. And if you understand the route concepts from red to yellow and green light, I could have went out there honestly without getting a defensive call and still play football.
Do you remember like magic really quick for you, or like it showed up that you were able to point to, and you're like, man, I'm making that progress on this team?
Yeah, once I really dialed in on that, just understanding the quarterback's drop. You know, every quarterback, they have to have the same drop. A quarterback's not going to throw a big post with just standing there right as soon as he catches in the shotgun. It doesn't work like that. He has to get a drop, and he has to get back, obviously, to be able to get ready to release that ball to the post. So just understanding that, and then understanding a lot of things with the O-line. Was it hi-hat? Were they trying to break the glass? Understanding if they were trying to break the glass, it was run RPO and things like that. So me just kind of playing the simplest things in my head when the play would start, it kind of made me be efficient throughout the play. Yes, sir. It went good. They were just finding about me, really, honestly, who I was as a person, the things that I faced, obstacles. Obviously, I faced a lot of adversity, just a lot of growing up to do, and I grew up perfectly, just maturing in the right way. Thanks to Sark for that, just helping me on and off the field. He always told me, better the man, better the ball player. So just taking that into consideration every single year and every single day about my journey, it really changed me, and I matured a lot, just building connections, graduating, and then turning my life around just on the field, just how I took about the treatment room and things like that. A part of me, I'm sorry, I didn't hear. Yes, I did. It went amazing. It was very good just for me to talk football with them, to tell them how versatile I was and things like that, the things I could do in the background. And they most definitely asked what position did I prefer. I'm pretty sure I told them it really didn't matter. Honestly, I like just being moved around to create value for myself. That's why I wanted to go back to Texas, to create a lot of value for myself. So honestly, so I can be up here standing and talking to you guys today. No, I did not meet with the Bucs. I do want to meet with the Bucs, but I did not. So if the Bucs is seeing this, please come talk to me, dog. Yes, I did. It went amazing. No, sir. Who's next up? I love a lot of guys. Let's do this. You pick 2 positions, and I'll tell you from those. Corner. I love Kobe. And I love Manny. Manny, the growth of him and the maturity, just how willingly his smartness through the meeting room. You know, I was in meeting rooms with him all the time. He was so smart. He understands the route concepts just as well as me. And we play man differently, 2 type of ways, but the growth from him is going to be amazing. And then also Kobe, just his length. And I know the Coach Sark and them, those guys, they're going to learn how to use his size, and they're going to use his size tremendously. That's a big body type frame, kind of like more like Ryan Watts and things like that. So the more he just grows and engages with the game is going to be amazing. And I'm still so proud of Michael Taft. Michael Taft, he helped me and Andrew Makuba get up to this point. We used to train with him every single day, and Michael Taft was a heck of a leader on our defense, heck of a communicator and things like that. And then also Jelani McDonald. He's somebody that you could just move around. He's a ball player. Jelani McDonald, he's going to be special. And that's God-gifted talent right there. But once he just kind of just keeps growing and just understanding the game, he's going to be amazing. Yeah, I'm proud that I'm proud he got the job at least when I was gone. I didn't want him to leave me, but I'm proud of Coach Joseph for just accomplishing more, another stepping stone in his life. Again, Coach Joseph, he changed me completely on and off the field. helped me academically. He helped me off the field just grow, just how to watch film, understand film, and things like that, and how to talk through ball. So without him, like truly without Coach Joseph, I wouldn't be here today. He completely put me in this position today. It's a lot of people that have been a part of my life that helped me get to this point. But if it wasn't for him, I honestly wouldn't have did any and had any of the success that I had throughout my last years in college, and I wouldn't be here today talking to you guys. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It most definitely pisses me off, but I learned one thing, and I kind of take it like life. It was something I told myself every single day I woke up, and I wrote it on my mirror. I said, can I be committed to the process of what I'm doing without emotionally being attached to the result of what I'm doing? So like when things wouldn't go my way, could I still be dialed in? So let's say, for instance, if I did get caught on, could I still lock back in, engage, and see the bigger picture, that this drive's still going and they didn't get in the end zone? So that's just me being committed. And I took that every day with life. Just anytime I would go through something, you just have to just adapt, and you have to just play the game how it is.
Jahdae, it seems like physicality is a huge part of your game. How do you walk that line between jamming a guy throughout the route and at the start of the route without drawing him?
It's just a technique that we learned from Coach Joseph. He gave us a lot of different toolboxes that we can use. It was a big room, and he always told us it's a select of different of guys. I'm gonna give you a toolbox, and you could kind of use what best fits you. And that's kind of what fitted me, just using my size. I was roughly around like 195 to 200 pounds this year, so being able to just use that and use my size as an advantage, that was very peaceful for me.
Jahdae, how much did Jeff's decision to return to Texas, how much did it weigh on him? I'm sure he wants to be a pro, but loves Texas, unfinished business speaking.
Mm-hmm. It weighed on him a lot. He had a lot of people in his ear, and I gave him advice. I was just, yeah. We would chop it up every day, and I gave him advice, and I told him one thing, like, when you make that decision, it's gonna like hurt. It hurts a little bit. Just understanding that you could have went to the next stepping stone in your life where you always dreamed of, and that's how it was for me. And I told him the same thing that I got told, and I basically it resonated with him. I told him, at the end of the day, you grew up a Texas fan, like just like me, and we kind of have the same story. Grew up in Austin, grew up a Texas fan, and I told him, once you leave, like, there's no going back to change the past. You can't fix anything was ever done. If I would have left, that would have been whatever it was before, and just me leaving now, staying another year, and just leaving on that high note, leaving with everything and all the success I had, I can finally say and truly say that I was a legend at the University of Texas, and that's something that he wants to do. So just knowing that for Taft, I know that he's gonna work his ass off just to do that and to be in that position. It was after, most definitely. Taft, he's always focused. The whole time in my head, I'm thinking he's leaving. So it caught me by surprise as well. It kind of triggered. He kind of did the same thing I did. Everybody thought I was leaving, and then it kind of just flipped back. But you gotta put aside your personal things for a team thing. And Taft's a team player. Taft's he's always been a team player. He's always been a leader, and he's always been a role model. I tell Taft all the time, he looks up to me. I look up to Taft. Just the way his work ethic is, the way he became a walk-on, and he changed his whole life around. No matter what the people said, no matter who said if he was good or not, he continued to work, and he shows that with his work ethic. And you guys see how physical Michael Taft plays, but you guys don't see how he practices. He practices like that. Like when you got to tell a player to chill at practice, that's when you know they're the real deal, and that's Michael Taft for you.
There's a lot of young kids that are trying to be in your shoes. What would you say is the biggest component of your success, from your time in high school where you are now?
Literally, the quote I said earlier, being committed to the process of what I'm doing without emotionally being attached to the result. I didn't quite understand that when, just growing up. Like, I had always had love for the game, but I never accepted challenges, and I never accepted adversity, because in high school I never really faced injuries and, little small things and like that until I got into college, and I had to change my mind and just accept it, and I had to accept it for it is what it is, and just to keep moving. So for any kid listening, you're going to go through things in life, trials and tribulations, but just continue to grow and just put your faith in God. That's what I had to do. I had to understand that even when things wasn't going my way, I still had to lean on Him. Even when things was going my way, I still had to lean on Him. And so I just never shy away from that. And God is ultimately, He's my leader and He's my Father. So anytime I'm down or even when I'm up, I'm always praying and just high hopes to Him. Most definitely. I'll get after it tomorrow.
Was there a moment at
I always believe my NFL dream was in reach. Again, I always had faith in that, and I always put my faith in God. So I just know I had to do my part. Obviously, was to work. And over the years, again, I grew to be a mature person on and off the field, and it allowed me to be here today.
Last question, guys.
What is your former teammate Jalen Catalon like as a player and a person?
Jaden Catalon, he's a very quiet, but once you get to know him, he's very funny. That was a player that actually I learned a lot from him. Practice habits. Jaden Catalon, he used to practice very fast at a high pace, and he would tell me it would help him, and it would help him build calluses. That's why you guys see Jaden Catalon, just the way he hits, the way he tackles, the physicality, because he built that throughout the practice and things like that. And then also just that I watched another player do that, Andrew Makuba and Michael Taft. I watched them do it every single day. Coach Giddens used to make them build calluses. So when you guys would see big hits from Michael Taft and Andrew Makuba, and y'all wondering how they just kept doing it constantly, week in and week out, is because they did it every single day in practice. Again, so just practice habits. That's what I learned from Jaden Catalon, and I appreciate Jaden Catalon for that. It's been amazing. That was another thing. One of another good reasons why I'm able to play longevity in those games and things like that. Just adding value for myself on special teams and things like that. Just because the way I was eating better, taking care of my body in the treatment room. But most definitely, it's been good. Stayed away from the hot Cheetos and things like that. I don't know if you ever guys heard like an interview of Jordan Whittington. You know, he had a cheat day every day. It was Sunday. He would eat ice cream. So I kind of just took that into my plan. So every cheat day I ate ice cream, and ice cream's not even that bad. But that's what I did. Thank y'all. Hook 'em.